What's up, family? What's up, family? Just tapping in with y'all real quick. All right, I had a quick question, right? I'm trying to find out what you consider maintenance. If you do weekly service or you do bi-weekly service, which service do you consider maintenance? Now, for me, I consider bi-weekly not to be maintenance anymore. All right, when I first started my lawn care business, we only basically did maintenance. Okay, so I mean bi-weeklies. And what was happening every time I came is basically you were just getting overgrown grass every time you come back every 2 weeks. So to me, that wasn't maintenance. So we switched over to a weekly service, being as though to where though I feel like that's more of a maintenance schedule because when you get back, the grass barely needs to be cut. So what we try to explain to our customers is that cutting your grass weekly is better for the health of your property, also for the look of your property. Okay, so your grass is never supposed to look like it needs to be cut, in my opinion. Okay, so that's how I feel about it. Now I had some guys that say they prefer bi-weekly, so they might have this set of people that go this week, and then they got another set of people that go that week, and so it just rotate weeks like that. But to me, I don't like that process. When I come back and see overgrown grass, it's way more trimming, way more blowing. And to me, if you're doing maintenance, you should be able to get in and out of a property between 10 and 30 minutes, I'm going to say. Okay. And what was happening was some of these properties were so overgrown that it was taking us at least, I'm going to say, 40 minutes to an hour to do these properties every 2 weeks when we come back. Okay, so I realized the efficiency of going weekly and how that transformed my business from being like time effective, more time I'm getting to spend with my family, more time I'm having for myself, just more time. All right, and that's what we want to do. We don't want to me we don't want to be out here killing our time working sun up to sundown. I was watching Blaze of Grass video when he was saying the kid undercut him basically, and a lot of people just like to go for cheap. All right, so unfortunately, if you switch over from bi-weekly to weekly, you're going to lose some customers. Okay, because the customers aren't used to you cutting their grass on a bi-weekly basis. But what I will say is that it's going to be more effective for your business the way you can operate. What I realized was I didn't need to get a whole bunch more customers, that I was maximizing the customers that I had. Okay, so not only is maximizing the customers that you have um, coming back and doing their bushes and flower beds, but also the amount of cuts you get out of each customer. So when you switch to the weekly, then you getting whatever amount of weeks it is out the season worth of money from your customers rather than getting that every other week money from them. Okay, so I realized that I didn't have to get more customers. All I really had to do was switch my company to a weekly lawn care service. And like I said, to me, that's maintenance. If you're not doing weekly, then you almost starting fresh every time you come back, and that's a pain in the tail. Trust me, I've been there, I've done that, and I hated it. So I'm glad that we made the transition. So leave me a comment below. Let me know, do you consider bi-weekly maintenance? All right, maybe in your area, maybe in the region that you work in, the grass doesn't grow like that. But to me, what I try to let my customers understand is on weekly cuts, it's less maintenance for me. I can get in and get out and run my business efficiently, and also for them, they never have to worry about their grass being overgrown, not looking good, or if something does happen, if it rains. I normally tell my customers that weekly consists of every 7 to 10 business days, okay, or 7 to 10 days, however you run your business, because you have to factor in if you're getting rained out or anything like that, or if something happens and you have to skip a week, then it's not that bad. You skip that week, but it is what it is because you're still able to maximize your customers. You know what I mean? Weekly, I don't do bi-weekly. Drake Westerman. Hey, I agree. And like I said, I can't knock a person because starting out, I started out bi-weekly. All right, so I had a lot to learn, and so me being, privy to the game now and learning way more stuff from a lot of y'all videos and stuff like that out there, I learned that switching them over to weekly would be the best thing for my business. All right. So at first I was kind of scared, nervous, because I was thinking like, man, I'm gonna lose all my customers because we in Baltimore City and nobody had no money. Nobody gonna be able to afford to go weekly. I told myself all these lies, all right, because that's what you do. You get like this imposter syndrome, thinking that no, it's not gonna be able to happen. It's not big in my area, but that's all about weekly is big. Understandable, understandable. Like I say, I don't know the difference in the areas and how that works. So like I say, maybe down in the south, bi-weeklies is popular. Most of the people that I was watching that was doing weeklies was in the south. So I was thinking like, maybe that's a southern thing, and up here in the north, everybody doing bi-weeklies. But I was completely wrong, and I can tell you that completely shifted my business. All right, it took us to the next level because, like I said, if you look at it, if you got 50 customers and you cutting them bi-weekly, then you still only got 50 customers. If you take those same 50 customers and cut them weekly, then you're getting double the revenue from that customer. So in turn, you basically have 100 customers. All right, based upon that concept of a bi-weekly and a weekly concept. That's how I look at it, and that's what changed the game for us because now my son was like, he started cutting with me now because it's summertime, so y'all start seeing some videos of my son and stuff like that in it. But he's like, Dad, we come back and the grass don't even really look like it need to be cut. I said, yes, indeed. That's perfect. Because you still got to put that edge on it. You still got to trim around those bushes, sidewalks, and all that stuff. The customer don't really understand the depths on what it takes to cut grass, okay? So you're going to have to enlighten them on why you need to switch your company over to that weekly lawn care service. But to me, like I say, let me know if you consider um, bi-weekly actual maintenance. All right, because I really don't now that I've been on it. My next purchase, um, I'm probably gonna get a Toro Time Master because unfortunately I'm still stuck with the hills, and I got a 22-inch recycler, and that's pretty cool, but it's not as powerful on those hills, and plus it's got a smaller cut. I'm thinking about getting that 30-inch cut, the Toro. I think it's called the Time Master. I think that's gonna be my next purchase. I'm gonna go check them out. I know they're around like somewhere. I know they probably around like between 1100 and 1300 now. Um, Absolutely. If I get to a property and it hasn't grown or it's getting dry, we haven't been getting a bunch of rain. I particularly recommend to my customers that they switch over to get water in their grass, okay? Because like I say, customers don't understand that they have to help take care of their properties as well. So that means you have to sit there and water your grass. To me, that's just simple. They don't want to water the grass. It's going to make that water bill get higher. Unfortunately, you're a homeowner and you want your grass to be healthy and things like that. So you have to water your grass, especially during those dry times. So I would just recommend that you recommend to your customers to water that grass. I've even offered to come and water that grass for them. Take the time out to come do that for a small fee. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I mean, like I said, being in the business for the amount of time I've been in it, I've learned how to do the transitions. That's what I'll say. And like I said, switching over to weekly was just a straight game changer for us. All right, it meant everything to switch over to weekly. Bi-weeklies, I really hate bi-weeklies now. Like, hate a strong word, but I could never see me going back to bi-weeklies. And at this point, I don't have but one customer. Well, actually three properties. I mean, one customer has three properties, and she pays for all three. So they the only bi-weekly customers that I have, and that's just because she paid for all of them, and she says she can't afford to pay for all of them. But I'm doing three properties, so it works out. It kind of works out for me. You know what I mean? Um, in the wintertime, I had this discussion. I was on the Instagram live with Seth, the lawn care surgeon, earlier today, and we was talking about that. Um, and he was recommending that I start doing 12-month contracts with the customers, like for all year, just taking care of everything for them for one price throughout the season. Mainly, what I do, as soon as the season starts, we get a lot of money on cleanups, right? So on cleanups, we kill a game. I mean, thousands and thousands of dollars on cleanups. So most of the cleanup money that we get, I take a percentage of it and put it towards what I know, because I budget my money throughout the year, so I understand what it's going to take me to pay my bills in the off season. So I do fall cleanups as well, and on the fall cleanups, I stack up a bunch of money too, because on fall cleanups we pretty much do the same thing over again. Come clean up the yard, remulch, get them looking nice for the wintertime, and that's how we operate in our business. So in the wintertime, we save up money for the off season, knowing that what we gonna need to be able to take care of our bills for the off season. And also my wife works too, so well, my fiance, she works as well. We'll be getting married next year, but yeah, so we got my income for the lawn care is not the only income, and I mean it's both our business. Even though y'all don't know anything pretty much about my wife, but she's 50% owner of the company too. So it all comes back to the house. But yeah, so for the wintertime, that's what I do. I save up. I already know what needs to be. I know what my bills cost monthly already, and so I know how much money I need to make it through the winter. So that's what you have to do. You have to start budgeting your money, understanding that off season is going to be downtime. Now, like I say, we push cleanups heavy in our company. Okay, so the spring cleanups, we kill the game on spring cleanups, getting all our customers do spring and fall cleanups, the ones that actually book for cleanups and the ones that care about their properties. Every one of your customers is not going to care how their customers look in the wintertime, and that's if you're up here in the north. I know down in the south, y'all pretty much do all year, but y'all switch over to like bi-weekly or monthlies or something like that down in the south. But up here in the north, we get winter season, so everything dies down. So we have to budget our money. Now, some people do snow removal. I don't really do that much snow removal. I do have a snow blower, so I do some snow removal, but I really don't care to do it. So I just budget my money to kind of make that the off season for me, for the winter time. So to answer that, that's what I do for the winter. I basically just, you know, save up. You gotta budget your money. That's what I was saying. That's what I would recommend you do. Everything in life is about planning. You can't go through life without a plan. Okay, so make sure you plan in your life. All right, because every day is meaningful. Like you don't never know what's gonna happen today or tomorrow. It's never promised. So I thank God that He always makes sure that I'm taken care of. But at the end of the day, like I say, making sure you planning for your future at all times. So knowing that winter time and that winter season is coming up, just just count your bills, and so if every month your total bills is 3,000 and you and your wife or fiance, however it is, y'all split the bills, I recommend y'all just come up with, all right, so you need 1,500 for if we are for 4 to 5 months in the off season. You do the math on that. So that's what you need to get it done. So let's just say you had to pay 1,000. If it's for 4 months, you need $4,000 for the off season. Now that doesn't include, that might just be your mortgage or rent, whatever you have. That don't include your food and things like that. So your budget might need to be, I need to have another five. I need to have at least 5 to 6 thousand for the off season in order for me to be able to do what I got to do. So that's something that I recommend right there. So just some things to think about. All right, always planning for that future though. And in this business, when you doing lawn care, it's not promised that you're gonna make money in the off season like that, okay? Unless you planning for it, unless you getting your contracts together, unless you have a couple commercial properties that can get you through. You have to try to understand and get your stuff together so that you can get your money saved up, or you can plan for that off season, all right? Because the off season could be rough, and it could be a killer for some of us out here, all right? And in the beginning, I was getting killed because I was just I kind of just quit everything and started my lawn care business, which I wouldn't recommend. I mean, starting out, if I would have thought about it, I would have stayed at my job a little longer and things like that. Even though my last job I got fired from, I probably could have prevented that, but I really didn't care because I opened up a restaurant at the time as well too. So, I mean, most people, I'm gonna tell you that I feel in the industry it is how they do it is they have multiple streams of income. Okay, so if it's affiliate marketing, I'll probably get into affiliate marketing myself, um, and things like that. Other means of income, okay, products that you can have. Um, there's different ways you can get manufactured products. I'm gonna be looking into some of these things in the off season because I feel like you have to have something online to be able to sustain yourself in our new system and our new economy now because gas prices is crazy. Everything just going up. I'm going into the stores, into the markets, and I'm looking at the prices of everything now. The price is going up on everything, y'all. So we gotta be prepared. We gotta plan for these things. So that's what I do in the wintertime. I pretty much just save up everything I need to know. I get my nest egg together, and then we just swap it out from that. But yeah, I ain't gonna hold you too long. I just wanted to see how y'all felt about it, the weekly versus bi-weekly, which is maintenance. To me, bi-weekly isn't maintenance. It's actually almost starting over from scratch. So I would recommend that you do weekly lawn care service and not bi-weekly. All right. So, I mean, if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate y'all helping us grow. I'm going to start doing these lives a little more. Also, I'm going to start doing my interviews and stuff with other people in the industry so we can get y'all the knowledge that y'all need to be able to, questions like that. How is other people in lawn care getting through the winter? They major questions, that's something that can help you out in your business. So, we're going to tap into all of that, all right? But I appreciate everybody that joined in, tapped in, and checked out the video. And if you're watching it later, I appreciate you too. I'll see y'all the next one. Check out the new video that we just dropped on YouTube, alright? I ain't put the link in the description, but just go to the page and you'll see the new video that just dropped, alright? Appreciate y'all. See y'all the next one. Talk to you soon.